Hey, what's up? Are you ready to uncover the secret behind a company that's revolutionizing the data world and making investors rich? Picture a firm that digs so deep into governments and corporations that yanking them out would be like pulling the engine from a car speeding down the highway, theoretically possible, but a total disaster. Today, we're talking Palantir, the data beast whose stock has surged over 460% in just the past year. But is this just hype, or is there a genius plan at work? Stick around to the end, because I'll drop 7 actionable investing tips to help you evaluate stocks like this and avoid getting burned. Let's dive in. A lot of folks have no clue what Palantir really does, but behind the curtain is a calculated strategy to become utterly irreplaceable. Founded in 2003, their mission was crystal clear: give United States intelligence agencies an edge against terrorism. Since then, they've exploded into a powerhouse for militaries, governments, energy firms, banks, hospitals, basically any industry drowning in data. Think of Palantir as the operating system for the real world. It doesn't just make pretty graphs, it grabs chaotic, scattered data, cleans it up, organizes it, and ties it straight to on-the-ground operations. This lets decision makers act with rock-solid, real-time info. During the pandemic, for instance, they helped the United Kingdom's National Health Service track hospital beds, protective gear, and vaccine distribution in real time. Sounds like sci-fi? It's not, and it saved lives and resources. Tip 1. Look for companies with a strong moat. Like Palantir, which builds dependency through high switching costs. If swapping them out would cost a fortune in time and money, that's a defensive edge. Ask yourself, is this company easy to replace? If not, it could be a long-term winner for your portfolio. But how do they pull this off? They've got 4 powerhouse platforms that act like data superheroes. We'll break them down one by one, and trust me, by the end, you'll see why they're indispensable. First up, Gotham. With a name like that, it already screams dark and powerful, right? It's built for defense and government. Militaries, intel agencies, and law enforcement use it to spot threats, track patterns, and plan ops. In Afghanistan, for example, it helped dismantle roadside bomb networks by cross-referencing field reports, drone footage, intercepted comms, and local intel. They built maps showing connections, who, where, when, exposing insurgent ops. The kicker? Commanders on the ground demanded Palantir over other tools because it was faster, easier, and straight up saved lives. Ha! Imagine a general yelling, "Nah, give me the magic data system." Now, flip to the commercial side with Foundry, the central nervous system for any business. Picture linking your entire supply chain, sales numbers, and production stats on one platform. Any employee, from the factory floor to the C-suite, can run models, test scenarios, and optimize processes in real time without hunting data across the company. Textbook case, Airbus back in 2015. Coordinating thousands of suppliers and millions of parts was a nightmare puzzle. Foundry created a shared dashboard, speeding up A350 deliveries by 33% and ramping production without skimping on quality or timelines. Today, their Skywise spin-off is used by over 18,000 folks at 100-plus airlines, raking in $850 million in annual revenue opportunities and saving $1.7 billion in costs. Tip 2. Dig into real client impact. Check case studies like Airbus. If a company solves massive problems with measurable returns, it's a sign of lasting value. Hit up investor relations pages to verify these stats. But it's not all front and center. There's a hidden engine keeping it all humming. What could it be? Hang tight, I'll spill next. Third, Apollo, the control center that keeps Gotham, Foundry, and everything else updated, secure, and running smoothly. It works in the cloud, on private servers, or even offline spots like submarines or remote bases. It pushes updates, security patches, and tweaks automatically, no client hassle. And the newest gem, AIP, launched in 2023. It brings artificial intelligence and large language models into real-world decisions, but safely. The big headache for companies? Using AI without risking sensitive data. AIP fixes that by blending private data with cutting-edge AI like GPT-5, all audited and human-supervised. For instance, a defense agency gets battlefield recs from live data, or a factory optimizes production on the fly, with strict privacy controls so AI doesn't go rogue. Tip 3. Bet on firms integrating trends like artificial intelligence ethically. Palantir prioritizes security. In investing, seek companies using emerging tech but managing risks, like cybersecurity plays. This can supercharge growth. See the pattern? Palantir embeds itself deep to become essential. But how does this cash out? Buckle up, the financials are wild. In 2020, Palantir went public the unconventional way, direct listing, not a traditional initial public offering. They didn't issue new shares to raise cash, just listed existing ones. Message to Wall Street: we don't need your money, we're self-sustained. That year, $1.1 billion in revenue but $11 million in losses. Clients, 139, with 56% from government. Their play, integrates so deeply that switching is a nightmare. Like Airbus. Post-IPO, they focused on client expansion, from 139 in 2020 to 711 by 2024. Big names: Department of Defense, Central Intelligence Agency, National Health Service, Federal Bureau of Investigation, National Aeronautics and Space Administration, privates like British Petroleum, Mercedes, Microsoft, even Ferrari's Formula One team. This creates switching costs, retraining staff, productivity dips. Not worth it. Outcome: longer contracts, 2.8 years in 2022 to 3.6 in 2024. Top 20 clients, average revenue from $33 million in 2020 to $65 million in 2024. Tip 4. Check retention metrics like contract length. Rising numbers mean loyalty and predictable revenue. Use customer lifetime value ratios in your analysis. Second quarter 2025 crushed it, first $1 billion quarter, plus 48% year over year, adjusted earnings per share $0.16, beat $0.14. United States commercial revenue plus 93% year over year to $306 million, government plus 53% to $426 million. Full year 2025 guidance raised to $4.142 billion to $4.150 billion, up from $3.89 billion estimate, with United States commercial at 85% growth. Tip 5. Focus on free cash flow, not just revenue. Palantir hit $569 million adjusted in second quarter, 57% margin, elite for software. It's the real cash after expenses, signals health for reinvestment or dividends. But hold up, is now the time to jump in on the stock? Shares, from under $10 at 2020 initial public offering to about $157 as of August 21, 2025, times 15 plus return. Last year alone, from about $28 in July 2024 to $157 now, plus 460%, with an all-time high of $190 on August 12th. Market cap, around $350 billion. But forward 2025 price to earnings at 268, meaning it'd take 268 years to recoup if no growth. High risk, like early Nvidia, where growth made it look cheap later. Stock-based comp, still high at 24% of revenue in 2024, diluting shares. Tip 6. Assess if valuation holds up. Use forward price to earnings, projection-based. If growth greater than 30% yearly, a high price to earnings might pay off, but diversify to avoid all-in bets. Tip 7. Don't chase hype blindly. Research fundamentals, moat, growth, risks. Tools like Yahoo Finance or Seeking Alpha for real data. Start with exchange-traded funds if you're new. Will Palantir hit $1 trillion market cap? Time will tell, especially with the recent dip from $190. Bottom line, Palantir's a unique data AI powerhouse with killer growth, but sky-high valuations demand caution. Apply these tips, hunt moats, vet client impact, embrace ethical artificial intelligence, track retention/cash flow, scrutinize valuations, and diversify. You got this. Take charge of your finances. If you dug this, smash that like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more viral stock breakdowns. Drop a comment. Would you buy Palantir now? Share with a buddy needing investing smarts. See you next time. Go crush that financial freedom.